slower, more sensual.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
I'm Ben, and this is Kelpful Tips. I'm going to walk you through a quick board waxing, stripping the board, and re-waxing it up, just like the pros. Not a pro.
Tools you're going to need. First, your board. Wax scraper. I recommend a pickle. Base coat. Cold water wax. Choose the wax that's right for your water temps.
Now that I've scraped off all the wax, I'm going to use the pickle to get the last little bit here. It's nice and sunny today, so it melted all off and it was really easy to get off, so there's not a whole lot. If it's a little bit colder, this is a little bit better to use because then it'll start to kind of get dry and you'll see all these little bits of wax coming off, and then you can just wipe it. Much easier to get clean than any other way that I've found, so these things rock. Alright, so now that the board's all cleaned off, nice and smooth, got a good surface to work on, we're just going to grab our blue base coat. So this one is a little bit harder, it's like the Tropic one from Sex Wax, clearly the best for your stick. So I like to start with a hard base coat, get the bumps going, kind of in the pattern that I like. And that just gives a good base for it to stick to, and it seems to last a little longer than going with the softer cold water wax that I'll be using. That's the purple one. All right, so I just kind of used the edge of the bar here. This is obviously a used bar that I've used before, but I just kind of do a couple like that and then move it up. And I like to do the sweet little diagonal pattern because, you know, it's awesome. And then you'll get a sweet crosshatch, and just want a little bit of pressure on there, and you'll feel it kind of catch, and that's kind of what you're looking for. You want it to sort of chug along a little bit, so that way you start to get those bumps build up. So I'm just going to go all the way up and down with this, and I go from kind of right to the edge of the rail almost. You don't need to go all the way over, especially on a longboard like this, because I won't really be grabbing the rails too much. Still with the base coat, I'm just going to start to do kind of circles with it. Once I'm happy with that overall texture of it, the bump, which is really what I'm going for with that whole base coat, I'll kind of move on to the top coat, which is again for that cold water. Alright, so that'll do it for the whole wax. It's all ready to go now. I'll always apply a little bit of the cold wax before I get in, before each session, just to give a fresh coat of sticky on top. And I'll ride this until it gets a little bit kind of grungy and slippery again, hopefully 2 or 3 months, and then I'll clear it off and do a new coat.